welcome to Construction Business News Middle East. We are here at Cityscape Global 2025, which is your one-stop shop to know what Saudi Arabia has for the future. So without any further ado, join us on our journey to explore what's happening more.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How does it feel when I say that you're in Cityscape? You're here at the Diriyah stand, and before all your emotions come into play, what does Diriyah mean to you?
This is the greatest project that I can think of, that I've seen, I've read about, heard, of existing on planet Earth today. It's a vision project, 14.5 square kilometers, 6.5 times the size of Monaco. Unlocking a master plan which puts quality of life and community, cultural interaction, meaningful exchange first, sustainability second, and then unlocking values, walkability, convenience, and richness after that. So I think Diriyah is something which is truly wonderful, magnificent, and I feel profoundly happy and thankful that I could be part of this project. To be here in Cityscape, well, Cityscape has gone from strength to strength. You can see the hall today, even compared to last year, which was pretty epic. It's just absolutely fantastic. The world is now starting to congregate around Cityscape. I know Cityscape is going to be extending its roots all across the globe, which would be fantastic. A Cityscape in Hong Kong, I mean, wow, we absolutely would love to be there. So Cityscape is great for us because we're having the right dialogue. We get to interact with great media such as yourself. We get to tell the story. We get to recap what's happened since we were last at Cityscape together with you and give you a bit of an update on the milestones and the progress that we've made. And then we have an opportunity as well to not just talk, but to have you go home, get changed, put on another set of comfy shoes, and then go and experience Diriyah and see it for yourself. Or you would have driven past Diriyah on your way to Cityscape and you would have seen the 83 tower cranes within 1 square kilometer, and you'd have a good sense of who we are and what we are. And the promises that we're making are actually in reality, not just on paper or on screen.
That's very interesting because you mentioned something called storytelling, which I think over the course of time, I have witnessed when it comes to the different campaigns or different projects coming to life, because there's something that you guys stand for. How is that storytelling essential in making sure that when people think of Diriyah, everything is consistent? Culture plays a very important role. So what are these key pillars that on a larger spectrum that you guys are trying to embed to make a bigger master plan to life?
Being authentic in storytelling is hugely important. You can't profess to be something that you're not, because the nature of mankind is that we can sense it, we can tell it, and we lose our attention towards it relatively quickly. We see that more as sales than the authentic approach to storytelling. So with what you refer to, it's hugely important for us because it's who we are. It's the only way we can impart the difference of what makes Diriyah Diriyah to the rest of the world. Now, you could go back and find the irrefutable truths about this very easily. If somebody asked you, why would you do a $64 billion project 10 minutes away from downtown Riyadh, 21 minutes away from the airport? You could go an hour out of town and do it at less cost, with less heartache. Why are you doing it here and right now? Well, the story in that is that this location, which Diriyah exists on, is the birthplace of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It goes all the way back to the year 400. When a tribe came from Hijaz, settled, the Wadi was named after them because they established a settled agricultural society construct, Wadi Hanifa, named after the Banu Hanifa. And from there, prosperity grew, richness grew, influence grew, wealth grew. And so you have the formation of the first Saudi state in 1727 by Imam Muhammad bin Saud. In addition to that, extra layer in terms of the authenticity of that story is the fact that you have the first of the Al Sauds. This is continuous leadership from the ancestral original home of the Al Saud royal family. So you've got another layer of authentic, irrefutable truth storytelling. Then on top of that, you look at how we've tried to unlock that opportunity to deliver a city construct around an architectural type, Najdi architecture, around a building material and code of construction, Adobe mud brick construction, around a mixed-use, pedestrian-first focused community, urban development, a city. That means that we can walk around in this environment in harmony with nature, and we can exchange and interact.
You know, you've so beautifully explained the whole thing, and I love that there is passion when you are talking about the project itself, and I think that's very important. So I feel, and this is my personal opinion, when you're working on such a massive scale, there has to be passion involved. In terms of the people leading this project, you know, like you can say from Jerry being the CEO, you yourself, you know, helming the marketing division, how are all of you aligned in bringing Diriyah as a vision?
Totally. I mean, this is what unifies all of us.
Yeah.
You very, very quickly can navigate and understand whether somebody sees the opportunity,
Yeah.
Feels it, is deeply entrenched, or is convinced very, very quickly by the warmth and the generosity of Saudi culture, of Diriyah culture. I think some of these things become very, very compelling in your everyday life and your interaction and exchange with others. I still feel so lucky to be in this environment, particularly at this moment in time, because look at the opportunity that our chairman, His Royal Highness, has afforded us, has afforded me personally to be able to be part of this project. And so that thankfulness, that gives me a sense of openness and positivity. And when that's met with openness and positivity, it's just compounded. And so you make friends very quickly, you have conversations very easily, and we all can agree on some of the basic principles of Diriyah that feel very, very right. Many of us, let's take Jerry for example, just like myself, we've worked in so many different countries around the world. We've created companies and structures in these places. We've brought the local community to life within this workplace construct. Never before have I done it in a place like Diriyah, where it feels so motivating and so rich and so real. And you know, this is something that I think we all share, and we believe in the project. As you rightly say, if you don't believe in what you're doing, it's very, very hard to do it. So I find it very easy to do because I really believe in it. I also believe in some of the elements that are somewhat unnecessary, but ridiculously beautiful. So an example of this that I can give you is the sustainability layer of Diriyah and what Diriyah promises to be. The fact that when we take the master plan and we apportion 25% of the master plan towards public realm and green space, I mean, this is pretty much unheard of in most developments around the world. So, you know, why are we doing that? And with that opportunity, what do we then do? Do we then take it to the next level? Of course we do. We're only repopulating that green space with indigenous varietals. Great. Where do you get those indigenous varietals from? Well, you can't get them from a nursery because nobody has a thorny bush from an arid desert environment. So we have to create our own nurseries just to propagate the seedling to the sapling so that we can replant across the master plan. When you go into those details, you realize that one, there has to be passion in order to even arrive at the conclusion that that's the way that you should do it. But secondly, to be fascinated each and every day by the fact that we do it. I think that's something that all of us as the leadership of Diriyah Company really, really share.
That is fantastic. And I'm actually very happy that you're in that position, because I think passion is everything. And, you know, moving forward, as you also said in the introduction, we are doing a year-on-year catch-up. So what has happened in the past 12 months that you need to give me a little bit of a snippet on, and you know, just see where we're heading for.
I would love to make it simpler by saying what isn't happening. It feels like everything is happening, Viva. But okay, so firstly, when we last spoke, we hadn't opened and operated our first hotel of 34 hotels across the master plan.
Yeah.
So since we last spoke, we now have the Bab Samhan Luxury Collection Hotel that is fully operational. I'm so very, very pleased to report that if I just take last month's figures as a great example, October, 3 weeks out of the month of October, occupancy was 100% in the hotel, which is fantastic. True testament to not just the leadership of the hotel, but all of the staff across that entire property, putting their heart and soul into bringing this heritage product to life in the hotel landscape, and taking what Luxury Collection is known to do under Marriott elsewhere in the world, but coming to Diriyah and trying to do it the Diriyah way. So that is a huge monumental achievement, and one that I think deserves to be mentioned and recognized. In addition to that, other products that we've launched so far, we launched our Raffles branded residences when we were last here, but shortly after that, what we brought to life was the Ritz-Carlton Signature, the Aman, the Oberoi, the Armani, the Chedi, and the Faina. So there you go. We've got a whole bunch of more branded residential products that have come to market. And then what we've got today, which you would have heard one of my colleagues mention earlier today, is we now have Manazil Al Hadawi, which is the first of our unbranded residential projects. Now consider this for a moment, Viva. We have 18,500 residential homes across the master plan, 34 incredible hotels across the master plan, 1.6 million square meters of commercial office space, 566,000 square meters of retail and food and beverage offering. So bringing those homes to life and doing it at a rapid rate is hugely important for us. With all of the products that we mentioned, Aman, Armani, Oberoi, you know the price positioning is very, very high.
100%.
Starting at 30 million SAR, going upwards very, very easily, very, very high upwards. Okay, that's one consideration. With Manazil Al Hadawi, we have our unbranded residential products, which have an incredible product offering, starting at 1.9 million SAR, going up to 8 million SAR. This is a hugely different bandwidth to be playing in, and one that we're absolutely delighted to be doing now. It feels like it's the right time to be able to bring a different cross-section of society into the master plan and be able to unlock a lot more affordability in a home in Diriyah. And so this for us is a monumental achievement as well. This is the first of many, but we're really excited to be doing that here. In addition to that, as I told you, there's a long list, but I'll just add two more which I think are important. We opened Zalal. It's our second dining district. We had already opened and operated in 2022, Bujayeri Terrace. Now we've opened Zalal. Sitting adjacent to Zalal is the Diriyah Art Futures Museum, and the two of those complement each other from a guest experience perspective, because you can go to a premium dining location and you can go to the museum, experience the museum. You can go 30 seconds over the road, stay in the Bab Samhan Hotel. You can go a minute down the hill and you're in Bujayeri Terrace, and then another 45-second walk and you're into the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So now we've got a very, very compelling pedestrian experience that's unlocked in the northern extent of the historic Diriyah Master Plan. And then the second thing that I wanted to mention is 27-hole Greg Norman Golf Course in Wadi Safar, fully bedded in. The grass looks sensational. The people who are playing on the course in the last couple of weeks have been saying it's a wonderful course. It's ready to now welcome tournaments from around the world. So what you see is a multitude of achievements in sports and recreation, in hospitality, in residential, in food and beverage, in retail, and also in commercial office as well. So we're feeling very, very proud of that since last year.
This is great. It's fantastic. And the last question, before we are going to catch up next year, what is 2026 looking like?
Oh, in 2026, Kiran has to keep his head down and his bottom up and get as much done as possible. It is pure acceleration.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to chart that acceleration, the easiest example I can give you of that acceleration is since we started the project to date, we've awarded 27 billion US dollars in contracts. But in the last 6 months, we've awarded 5 billion US dollars in contracts alone.
Yeah.
Just in the last 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Five and a half months.
Yeah.
So if you take that into consideration, you can see that the acceleration is just absolutely going almost vertical now. This is very, very important for us because around the corner, we will have residents taking their Ritz-Carlton homes and settling in their Ritz-Carlton homes by the end of 2026. We have our Oberoi hotel and branded residences coming to market right at the tail end of 2026, operational to the world in 2027, joined by Capella Hotel, joined by Ritz-Carlton Hotel and Ritz-Carlton Residences. In addition to that, we have our Royal Equestrian and Polo facilities, which will come on stream in Q3, Q4 2026. So this time at Cityscape next year, I'll be able to tell you about how many people we've welcomed into the golf course. I'll be able to tell you about another hotel that's just opened its doors. Perhaps you can be part of the pre-opening, and you and your wonderful team can come and can stay in that hotel and test it out for us as well before we open to the wider world at the beginning of 2027. So there's lots and lots that's underway.
I mean, I'm going to say good luck, and I'm sure you're going to kill it. And so is Diriyah. We've always been seeing that. I'm looking forward to catching up with you next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that, Viva. Much appreciated.
Thank you.